Hi everyone. It is, wow, it's barely today, like by the skin of my teeth. No, I've got about 28 minutes left. We've had a really full day. We moved all the furniture out of our living room today. I did a deep clean, like the kind where you wash the baseboards, all of that, which was fun. I found some utensils under the couch. I found a pasta spoon and fork, no idea when it was from. I found a bottle of Glimmer Mist, also no idea when it's from. Found probably about 50 tiny little dog bones, which obviously all went into the garbage. So I had 2 bags of garbage that I took out, went through the dog toys, pared those down. It was a busy day. So this morning Polly went and picked up the rental truck at Home Depot, which is fabulous because you get 75 minutes. Plenty of time to do the little errand or bring stuff home if you don't have a truck or vehicle big enough for the purchases you make, like if you have long lumber, all of that. Great idea, right on premises. It is first come, first serve, and our Home Depot's not exactly small, and they only have 3 trucks on premises. So this morning when him and his work wife Kevin went there, they didn't have their trucks, which is ironic because it opens at 8:30 and they were there at 8:30, so they told them to come back at 9. They came back, got it, went to my parents, picked up the furniture, came back to our house, dropped the furniture off. So great, that was done. We got rid of our futon, our leather couch. That's all on the end of the street. We'll see how long that's gonna last there, because you know someone's gonna scavenge it. If not, if it's still there tomorrow, I'm gonna call to get our bulk garbage pickup, because tomorrow is 4 days in advance of our regularly scheduled garbage pickup on Friday, which will be great. Get that all done. And I'll bring the chair out tomorrow because I want to make sure that I clean off the gray IKEA chair that's been in the garage. So that's done, and I'll show you a little clip at the end of what the living room setup looks like. The couch is obviously, it's a sectional, it's a 3-piece sectional. It's been in my parents' family room, I don't even know, 20 plus some years. But it probably hasn't gotten more than like 20 hours worth of use. So it's just been there, perfectly taken care of. So this might be a slightly OCD of me, but we have hardwood floors on our main floor, and they're the original 1942 oak. We have not taken the best care of it, I know, with all the pets that we have, and we were considering having them redone. But at minimum, I don't want them to deteriorate any further. So the furniture we brought in, sectional, has wooden legs. And check out this stash of felt that I have on hand. So these I'm going to add to the glass teak table that my parents also gave us. They're downsizing, and we were actually thinking about getting new furniture, so this saved us money and saved them the hassle of trying to sell it. Or it's very generous of them to give it to us. Obviously it's new to us, but it's, you know, it's loved but very well taken care of. So I have all sorts of stuff. So I used 12 of these on, oh, there you go, on the legs of the furniture of the sectional, and these I'm going to use on the teak glass table, because once you see it, it's so flippin' heavy. Polly went to try to pick it up out of the back of my car and was shocked by how heavy it was, and he's still having shortness of breath, so I didn't want him to do any lifting. My dad and Kevin did all the lifting except when they got here, and I tried to lift as much as I could myself today. I might be paying the price for tomorrow. I'm having a little bit of tension, like it's not really pain, it's just pressure in my lower back. So we'll see. I'm gonna do a few stretches before I climb into bed tonight. Anyway, so yeah, I might be a little OCD with look at, there's even long strips like this. Like, yeah, I'll probably never use all of these, but I have them, and I have them all organized in one place. I knew exactly where they were, unlike my camera. So, funny thing happened. I was just about ready to sit down and do the Q&A, which I will do in this video after I stop yapping. I'm just catching you guys up. And I went to reach for my camera, which I could have sworn I left on top of my laptop last night before going to bed. I always leave my camera there or plugged in, and it wasn't plugged in my office. And if I leave it in the living room, it's usually next to my file effects. Camera, file effects, both gone, missing. Well, we had been doing so much furniture moving in the living room, and I, swept under all the furniture or washed all the floors. And we probably took out at least 1.5 garbage bags between the dog, the stuff that we found under the furniture, which was horrific, just blah, gnarly. The cat has a tendency to grab newspapers and pull them under the furniture. If she could fit underneath, she could no longer fit under the section, which is great. That means that's eliminated. So there was just a lot of mess. I'm glad that's all done, and I'm feeling so inspired to continue. So I'm going to continue on to the dresser that's in the living room and the space where I do most of my editing. I'm going to pare it down, change it around, the only thing we're keeping from the leather furniture is the ottoman, and I'm going to bring it upstairs so I could put it at the end of our king-size bed to hopefully make it easier for our now older dogs to climb up on the bed, jump up, so they can jump up on the ottoman and then go on to the bed. So anyway, so yeah, I have my surface protectors in this. I also have some 3M little hooks, and whenever they're on sale or super duper clearance after Christmas, I always pick up a few because they're really useful to stash little things. So I'm going to use that for the furniture legs. So I don't know what to show you guys to look at. I'm going to start answering some questions. Yeah, I guess you could see my file effects for the week. So let me just move the tote out of the way and we'll get started. I have my community section of YouTube open, and I asked for questions on both on YouTube, on Facebook, as well as Instagram. So I'm gonna go in order of what I see. Amy, who is Shab Addiction Stevens on YouTube, asked where to get the OWH address. I'll include that in the description. It's the Operation Right Home. They welcome anywhere from 1 card to however many you would like. There's some very specific instructions on how they would like them packed and where they go to be shipped to, depending on where you are in the United States. I'll include a link in the description, so if anyone's interested in participating, and what I really need to do is step up my game and make some more cards and send them in. So I have the supplies, it's just a matter of putting the time aside. So that was the question from Amy. Thank you for asking that. Let's see what else. Oh, Pat of Pat's Treasures and Crafts asked some questions about dogs. She's a new dog parent, adopting a dog recently. She hasn't had one since she was young, and asked what not to feed your dog. The top things that you should never feed your dog are grapes, either in the grape form or raisins, garlic and onions in particular. Also raw potatoes, they're really not good for them. Not much dairy. If you want to give your dog a ice cream treat, get the smallest or give them just a few spoonfuls. A lot of dogs are lactose intolerant. Again, they're carnivores by nature, and their organs are not made to digest dairy. Try to cut down on table food. I know that I'm a hypocrite when I say that because our Chihuahua eats table food all the time. We feed her a lot of chicken, she knows the instant there is any protein in the house, whether we are cooking it or if we're bringing leftovers home, she knows instantaneously that, hey, mommy and daddy have something for me that I like. So yeah, it's one of those things that we got into the habit of doing, and unfortunately, with her being just about between 4.5 and 5 pounds, depending whether she eats it on a day or not, it's a little tricky to make sure she eats. When she is absolutely desperate for food, she will go to the dog bowl and eat food. And we always leave dog food out because we have multiple dogs, and we never got them on a schedule of how to eat, specific time to eat, so they kind of eat throughout the day. And if you do have a new dog, potty training, great. We firmly believe in crate training, especially for a puppy. They like to have their own space, and when their space is comfortable for them to turn around but not so big where they can go and use the bathroom on one side and sleep on another, they won't go to the bathroom in that space. So you kind of have to keep track. If it's a puppy that's going to, that's growing, it's going to be changing size significantly, that you upgrade to a bigger crate until, so they're still comfortable but don't have too much room to actually use it for a potty. So hopefully that answers the question. There's lots and lots of resources online. Butter, that's another thing. Chocolate, butter, grapes. As most of you know, for those of you who watch our channel, and I say our because Polly does participate quite willingly and freely. We have a dog that's the giant Chihuahua, Moses, the white one, the only one that's white, who adores fruits and vegetables. Whereas the Chihuahua knows instantaneously when there's animal protein being brought into the house that's been cooked or is being cooked. She knows instantly and is all over that. Moses is like that when I cut into a watermelon, when I'm peeling cucumbers. He knows exactly when I'm processing fruits and vegetables, and he adores them. The only thing he doesn't get is the grapes. He eats melon, watermelon, cantaloupe. He loves strawberries. He loves tomatoes, cucumbers. He's a little bit of an oddball. He loves cauliflower, all of those things. It's very unusual for dogs to like it that much, but you never know. He's just really into it. Maybe he's just one of those vegans and we just don't know it, although he does eat proteins too. So we don't keep him vegan, but so that's about the dogs. Thank you for the question, Pat. Let's see, Dana had a question. Let's see if I could find it. I'm just scrolling through. Bear with me 1 second. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can remember anything off the top of my head. I probably should have. Linda Green asked, why did Polly and I choose not to have children? We actually did not choose not to have children. Fate chose us not to have children. We just were not able to have kids. We went through the adoption classes and background checks and all of that probably about 10 years ago, 10 years ago or so. And we were very disillusioned with the state process. We went through the state of Connecticut, and it was just very disillusioning. That's the best that I could put it. And some people might think or might see it that we didn't try hard enough, didn't want it badly enough. So for whatever reason, we could not have our own biological children due to some issues. And we did not end up adopting. We're aunts and uncles, and that's all that we are fated to be. Too old to have kids, although I've heard of women having kids older than my age, but I don't think it would be fair. So no kids for us, no biological human children. We have pets we take care of or that live with us. So yes, Linda, so that's the answer to that question. It's not through choice, it's through chance that we are not parents. Let's see what else. I like this having everything all on the same screen. I just probably should have smudging. Amy wanted to know about smudging. Also Shabadiction Stevens. I'm just scrolling through to see anytime I see a question mark I'm going to answer it. So smudging is a cleansing process for a place like a house, or, and this is my smudging bundle stick, sage bundle. It's a process where you essentially kind of clear the air, whether it's bad or not. But whenever you go into a new place, new home, new office, new used car, even people can be smudged. So it's not just limited to a house. You could do it. I'm not sure whether your work would let you do it. I mean, I'm lucky enough to work from home, so I can smudge my office. As a matter of fact, that's one of the things I plan on doing tomorrow, And I did smudge my parents' new condo. I just didn't do it on camera. It's one of those things that I wanted to concentrate, have my full concentration on the smudging, and I didn't really, I didn't want to impose. But I might videotape the one I do maybe of our house. So the key to smudging is to you light a candle, and off that candle you light the tip of the sage bundle, and it just starts to perfume and smolder. You need to carry a heat-safe dish underneath the smoldering sage bundle to prevent, obviously, ambers from falling and fire starting. You want to cleanse your house, not burn it down to the ground. The candle remains lit for the duration of the smudging. You typically start with your front door and then walk to each of the corners in each of the rooms, particularly in the corners, kind of where things are stagnant. So, and it's not a bad idea to do periodically. So I've ordered 3 of the, and these are just happen to be from Candletopia, naturalwaxtarts.com. I got it from Amazon. It's a 3-pack, and I think it was like $7.95 shipped Amazon Prime. Excuse me. You can also use feathers to spread the smoke if it's not smoldering enough to see visible smoke given off from the sage bundle. I saved some feathers from our chickens, popped them in the freezer to disinfect them because that's what kills any possible bacteria, and then I left those with my mom and her 2 sage bundles, one that she can keep doing at the condo, and then one she could take down to Florida, to their house in Florida. So that's essentially smudging. You could do your dwellings, and you could do your vehicles. You can also smudge people. Sometimes you get a little, like, we were joking about this, but if you believe it, it's not a joke, like bad juju, like somebody can jinx you. Sometimes it happens when a person is envious of what they think you have, because really all of those things are just topical. It's not, I don't think anyone intends to be envious or jealous. It's just sometimes an overwhelming feeling. It's a human reaction, emotion. It's one of the things you just need to learn how to work on it. So yeah, so I saved, you know, my mom and I split the bundle. She kept 2 because she has 2 residences, and I kept 1, which I'm gonna use in our house and probably both cars, and maybe even the garage, because that's where the chickens live. So that's the little nitty, or the Cliff Notes version of smudging for Amy or anybody else who might have been curious. And for those of you who don't know, Cliff Notes were actually, let me know. Who does not know what Cliff Notes are? It's possible, you know, it's been a while, and I'm not sure whether they're exactly utilized the same way that they used to be. So that was from, that question was from Amy. Let's keep going. I know there was several others. Oh, Frida wanted to know where I got the the items for the smudging. These are from Amazon. Because I have Amazon Prime, I get 2-day shipping. I found that's the easiest way for me to order things. I usually look for items on Amazon first, and then I look for them, just Google the item that I'm looking for. And majority of the time, the Amazon prices are the most affordable. So, yeah. And you could smudge either a newly purchased home, or you could just smudge yours like once a month, once a season, whatever, you know, depending on what you believe, or, you know, what you're inclined to lean towards. Like if you want to do it once a season at, you know, each of the, you know, summer solstice and all of those things, that might be a nice way to, you know, a nice time of year to do that. It does not need to be a new home. It could be an existing home. All I have to say is that the day after I did the smudging at my mom and dad's new condo, excuse me, I also smudged my mother. And the day after, she called me and she told me that she never falls asleep, like she never takes a nap, because she's typically too wound up, too wired. She has the kind of, it's not OCD, it's just her brain has a difficult time kind of shutting down and resting, similar to mine. I know I picked it up from her. But she told me that after going for a swim with Dad in the pool, and I think they also had Eli for the afternoons all last week, they all just kind of went into the living room afterwards, and everybody fell asleep and took like a 2.5-hour nap, which is really incredible. So I think it's really the power of the mind. I believe it's the power of mind. It's my personal belief. If you believe in something, it's going to have an effect on you. If you don't believe in it, it's not going to. So she must have believed, and she had a positive result from it. So hopefully that helped her cleanse, because tomorrow all their furniture is being moved into the condo, so they wanted to have that done. So I hope that answers your question, Frida. Let's see. Let's see. Another question that I got from Manjar50 is, are we building a chicken summer run in the backyard? We had considered it, and because of late our chickens have been laying fewer and fewer eggs. We might be retiring the older hens to a petting farm, or at least that's what Polly tells me, because I can't wrap my brain around them being slaughtered, and I will not do the slaughtering. But at some point we have to, we're not farmers, we're hobbyists, so we have to decide whether we're willing to care for the chickens that are no longer producing any eggs, which was the reason, excuse me, which was the reason my husband told me he would like to have chickens. So I was on board with it after some coaxing, and as you all know, for those of you who follow my channel, know that I've been taking care of the chickens, not really religiously, but you know, I try to take care of them to the best of my ability. Are there days that I want to crawl out of bed, or in the middle of a snowstorm, or whatever, when we had all that horrific snow this past winter, that I want to go out there? No, but I still did, and took care of them because they're living beings, and I took the responsibility of taking care of them when I said yes. So the chicks are going to be ready to move into a coop soon, so it's either we build a coop enough for 10 and sell the one that we have that accommodates the 5 grown hens, or we retire the 5 current hens and move the chicks into that coop. Then there won't be the issue of trying to mix the 2 sets, the 2 groups, because there's absolutely a pecking order, and the chicks may very well will fall to the bottom of the pecking order and could get hurt, although they're nearly the size of the chickens, or the grown hens. So not really sure. We're kind of debating it. I don't really have $500 to blow on a large coop, and it would be best if we can find something on Craigslist. So I check periodically, there hasn't really been anything available. Even if I can get like a dog run, you know, one of those metal link things, so that I could at least transport the chickens so they can, you know, enjoy the outdoors. But then again, it's middle of July, and it's not that we have really early winters, but we don't live in a part of the country where we can let them roam, you know, year around. I don't feel comfortable with them roaming unsupervised and free, because we do have wildlife, and after losing Nugget so unpleasantly and violently, I would rather avoid that. So we're still trying to decide. The guy who was going to build us the coop either flaked on us or was asking so much money that I just couldn't see the reason in it. So we kind of pulled back, and until we decide whether we're keeping the entire set, both sets of the chickens. I think we have to just be reasonable about it, because I'd hate to spend the money and then have to retire the 5 chickens, and then we'll have spent the money for nothing. So that's the why no chicken run or additional chicken coop yet. Let's see. See if I have any. Okay, Miss Wallace is asking if I would do. consider doing a demo or even tutorial on letterpress versus just inking and embossing folders. I do have that planned in the works, and if my work schedule allows this week, I will try to do that this week. I actually have a couple of scheduled video, or a couple of video ideas for the evolution, because I want to talk about the fact that I'm dating it right now. I'm not exactly in love yet, but I am dating it, so we'll see how that goes. I want to be honest. I'm not a paid spokesperson where I have to make everything sound like it's glorious and there are no issues. There's definitely things that I have found through using it that I'm not thrilled with. So let's see. Did I miss the other questions? Don't forget to do Q&A. No, I might have to do another one. So I think that might be it for the questions. Yeah, I think that might be it for right now. So let me grab the camera and show you what the sectional looks like. And I'm pretty sure Moses is still dug into his little cave that he made for himself, because he's way too funny. Just wait till you see this. Alright, let me show you. Yeah, there's Moses. He moved all those pillows around to make himself a little nest, for the lack of a better word, and there's the cat underneath the table. So Mom and Dad gave us this sectional, and this table. It's this 3/4 inch thick glass teak leg table, uber heavy but so substantial. So I have a little ottoman under there for Polly's leg, the cat bed, raised bed, and someone jokingly, but it was cute, left a message on Facebook when I posted pictures of Moses and Chester up on the couch, because they didn't waste any time. They popped right up there. Whether that's the dog section or the sectional. It's pretty much anywhere they want to go. So yeah, long day. I have to run downstairs and get the last of the laundry up, because that has Polly's uniforms for tomorrow. And we're back to work tomorrow after being on vacation, which, to be honest, we didn't do a lot, but we had a very relaxing week and had a lovely time. So I'm happy. I mean, it's always nice to go away somewhere, but we got a lot of stuff accomplished, and accomplishing even small things like getting this, you know, the cruddy furniture out of our living room and getting this moved in was really has me motivated. So I'm back to clearing out and going through a box a day. I'll start that again tomorrow, and I will look up to see if there are any other questions that I missed, so I can include them in the next few days worth of vlogs. Otherwise, that's it for me for today. Don't forget to thumbs up. It's free for you and it helps me out, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone.